devil, boy.
Welcome to South City, St. Louis. What's up, y'all? Larry here with LJJ Lawn Care. Another day in St. Louis, Missouri. This is the South City, St. Louis residential area that I'm mowing. Right now, you see that I'm parked at the post office. Just parked right there on the post office. Chilling. About to let down the 36-inch Toro Pro Line. It's a zero-turn handle. Of course, you guys know that. But what's important that I want to talk about today, and it's so important that I need y'all to hear me clearly on this. I really want to help someone that is starting off a little subject that should be on every lawn care provider's mind when first starting. I will call it route simplicity. Some people call it route density. You know, it's just mainly meaning what you want to do is try to keep yourself from driving so much and reduce the amount of time that you spend driving and increase the amount of time that you spend mowing. It's a sure purposeful situation that can help anybody out who's trying to advance their business in lawn care. Now, so the benefits of route density, one is the obvious. It saves gas and mileage and wear and tear on your vehicle. For example, I spend about $80 on gas a month, and that one fill up will last me throughout the whole entire month. It's common sense. If you drive so much, you're going to spend more gas. You're going to do more wear and tear on your vehicle. So it's just common sense in that area. Now, I know at the beginning it's like, I need to take every single solitary property that is thrown my way ASAP. Give it to me. Give me all of it. I want it all. I want to travel to North County. I don't care about traveling down South County. I don't care about where I go. I'll cut in the city. I'll cut everywhere. But let me tell y'all, this is what's real. I did the same thing when I started off, but I knew that I need to just pick an area. I just needed some customers. And I know that when you're hungry, you want to get it. But what sense did it make for me to travel all the way to North County from my garage? It'll take me about 40 minutes to get there. And I'm finna cut a yard that takes me about 45 minutes to cut for $50. What sense did that make? Really think about it. Tell me. Drop down in the comments. How did that make sense that I did that? Not to mention all that driving. Of course, we ain't doing the calculations, but some of that driving is that out of that $50 is coming into the gas tank because I traveled that far. So I'm telling you, I know how it feels. I know what it is to travel and waste a lot of time to make $50. I'm just keeping it real. And really, when I started off, I was charging like $45 per mow, but I just had to charge $50 since I was traveling all the way down there, or all the way up there north, for one customer. And I know it's crazy because a normal human would be thinking, well, while you out there, you need to gather some more customers. But it's not a guaranteed thing that you finna just load up customers in the area. You gotta hustle. You gotta knock on some doors, hang up some cards, you know, set your Google account or something up, or anything. You gotta target in order to get that. So just traveling out that far for that much time, and then while you're out there passing out cards, you wasting time and money. I'm just keeping it real. That's how I looked at it. So reality is, at the beginning, you not having any customers, this idea is just crazy. If you're gonna be south or you're gonna be whatever area that you in, hone in on that area, because lesser driving means more cuts. You'll have a lot more time to cut yards than driving. Now, another reason why it is important to start focusing on an area is because you will have more strength to cut more yards. Imagine on one of your days, this is one of your days right here, you got to travel north, south, east, and west to cut these yards. Now, the reason why you can do that on this one day is because you don't have many yards to cut and you just putting them all on one day. I'm telling you, there's somebody out there, when they started off, they traveled from north to south to east to west because they only had 4 customers. And why waste time cutting 1 yard and then just, oh, I'm gonna go out here next and go, you know, it don't make sense. That's what I would have done. I'm just keeping it real. It don't make sense, but that's what I would have did. Like, get this on out the way. Then I can have time to just pass out cores and focus on the area. But anyway, this may be something that is a very challenging idea for you to just do, but I'm gonna say it. I have to say it. Be willing and ready to drop the customers that is outside of your service boundaries. Pick an area that you want to service and drop the customers that is outside that service area. To make it more easier on yourself, it's best that you don't take customers outside of your service area, period. If you can focus and hone in on your service area, you'll be great. I guarantee it. So for those that's just starting off, please get this, because it will help you out tremendously. You will be ahead of the game. All of us had to drop customers, but by you not having no customers, just don't take the ones that's outside of your service area. If they are outside your service area in which you are planning on cutting, don't take them, because it's harder to drop them once you got them. The reason why it's hard to drop them because it's money. That's just the bottom line. It's money. Some people is still holding on to their route density that they've been wanting to drop for a long time. I'm telling you. Look, at the beginning of this year, I had to drop my north. I was traveling north all last year too. It was last year. Hey, I went to go get it. I needed to go get that money so I can quit my job last year, and I held on to them. But I had a devotional plan where it was not a question. I was not about to be driving out to the north to cut no yards. It was a decision that I had to make and stick to it. Now, if I started off, it wouldn't been such a challenge to let them go if I was, if I never had took them in the first place. And so I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. When you first starting off and you put it out there, because it's gonna be people in your family, it's gonna be friends, it's gonna be everybody. They gonna say, hey, I'll take my yard cut, come and cut my grass. And they might be outside your service boundary. You have to be able to say, I don't service out there. A lot of people ain't gonna understand it. I've had people tell me, you mean to tell me you not finna travel out to go get this money? Nah, I'm not about to go all the way out to where you are at to make $50. I'm not finna do it. It's just not finna happen. I'm not finna waste that much time. Check this out, y'all. I can cut 10 yards in 4 to 5 hours with my route density. All my customers is close to my garage, so it don't take no time. Let me tell you another benefit of route density. If something breaks down like your equipment break down on you and you all the way in, I'm gonna say, away from where you store your equipment and everything, you so far away from it because you took a property that's, you know, really far out, you know, in an area where you don't store your equipment. You have to travel back out there. Let's say you caught a flat, you don't have a spare tire on your lawnmower. You have to travel back out to go get your lawnmower. Your whole situation is shot, especially if you got like 40, 50 customers and you got to travel back out in an area to get your lawnmower, you know, to fix it or whatever. That to me, those are my type of thoughts. I think about that type of stuff, the ideal of that. Me, my stuff break down, it's going to be broken down somewhere in South City, and I have two options. I can contact my primary dealership and ask them to go get it, or I can just go back to the garage, which is probably about 5 minutes away, get the tools that I need to fix it up and get it back going. I don't have to drive 40 to 45 minutes to go and get some tools to fix up on the lawnmower or whatever and go, you know, to get it back up and running. Man, just this week, my Toro had broke down on me at a property. Well, it didn't break down. I just had caught a straight flat while it was on the property. So the property is literally 6 minutes away from the garage. So it's nothing to worry about. I contact the customer and let them know that the mower was going to be sitting on a property. It was in the backyard, and I'll get it in the morning because I had to, you know, change out the tire. Hey, yo, drop a comment below. Have y'all ever had to leave your lawnmower at a customer's property? Because this is my first time ever happened to do that. Now, I've established rapport with the customer, so it was fine. It wasn't even no issue at all. In fact, I believe a nail or something had blew out the tire because the customer just had a wooden fence placed up. So it wasn't no issue, but let me know below. Have you ever had to leave your lawnmower at a customer's property and retrieve it in the morning? And again, like I said, every property is not far from the garage. It's not far from the throw and go shop. So I had one more property to go, so I just left the mower there and I string trimmed the last property of the day. And I retrieved it in the morning. Man, I couldn't imagine that my lawnmower would break down 45 minutes away from my garage, where I have to go back to go get a spare tire and tools and return back to fix up the lawnmower and continue. Couldn't imagine that. But I know it didn't happen to somebody somewhere. I could also see if someone has, let's say if someone has a enclosed trailer, they probably carry their spare tire on their trailer, their jack. I know I would, just in case that happens. Something to think about if you are a solo operator, and I'm just only speaking for myself. I would like to know, is it a good idea to have 10 properties on the same block and you by yourself? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I can cut 3 yards on the same block while I'm alone by myself, solo operator. But I couldn't imagine going more than 3 to 5 and things like that. That'll just break me on down. You know, there was a time when I was push mowing. I push mowed 3 properties. I was ready to go home. I had 10 properties to cut that day, and I push mowed 3 when I used to work with that Exmark 30-inch, and I just couldn't do it, y'all. When I do it, it's like a cleanup. Push mowing 3 properties. That means you gotta push mow 3 properties, string trim 3 properties, and blow 3 properties. And if it's springtime and you're just getting started, maybe even do some concrete sidewalk weed treatment on all 3 properties. Yeah, man, that broke me down. So yeah, man, that's something to think about. We all want that super supreme route density action where we have multiple properties on the same block. But when you solo dolo, you must know, bro, that cutting that many properties at one time on your feet will break you down. But to each his own, you know. Do you. All I know is that I'm not about to cut 5 yards on one block, sit down, rest, and then get back up and cut another 5 yards on the same block. I would prefer to go cut 3 yards, then go drive about 5 minutes away, sit down for about 5-10 minutes depending on how I feel, and then go ahead and continue servicing the property that's on another block, because I like to take rest between these cuts. Just get my mind right, come together. Yep. My customers growing. Nice fresh peppers. Somebody like peppers. Yep. Someone loves their peppers. Sure do. But anyway, check this out. I did a string trim over there. This is the second customer that I see tomatoes in the ground. Do y'all know? Can someone tell me why is there tomatoes laying in the grass when I be going? This is weird. I need to know that. Why is there tomatoes in the grass? I don't know. I haven't planted any tomatoes. So just let me know. If someone ever called me on the phone and they ask me if I service in their area, I just let them know that I don't do it if it's outside South City. And I simply explain to those who don't understand, who wants to argue and try to get me to come to the areas that they are, I just let them know, if you think about Domino's Pizza, they don't travel so far to deliver their pizza. They only deliver in the area that they're stationed at. And they tend to understand that. So if that's something that you can explain to a customer, if you need to explain it to them, just let them know like that. Domino's, who else? Papa John's, Emo's, any of these restaurants, they do not travel outside their service boundaries. Neither do you. I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Alright, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all for watching the videos. Hope you guys enjoy and have a good one. If you haven't already, drop a comment and subscribe. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.
Crazy how I came up in this game and then I ran amok. It's Larry Johnson Jr., LJJ Line Kerr, all on them trucks. I stand insanely on it, bro. I love to gain a customer. I mainly maintain what I must. I earn their trust just for the bucks. I'm blessing them with beauty cuts and placing them on YouTube, cause I'm trying to get subscriptions up. I'm driven by ambition, bro. I'm all about integrity. You should never compare to me unless you wanna see how deep your insecurity can be. I'm rolling solo in these streets and all I know is to live free. I'm full of peace, but when it comes to line curve, boy, I am a beast. I never leave until it's clean. I get them weeds and everything. I throw some seeds and motion leaves and trim them trees and charge them fees. And yes, I am the king of string. I said exactly what I mean. You see the way I do my thing. Them edges squared and crispy clean. Then if you haven't did it yet, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And best believe that LJJ Line Kerr is gonna be right there.